In the last video, you saw a simple introduction to the gradebook. In this video, we're going to get a little bit more advanced. So we finished the last video looking at the user report and seeing how the user sees their grades. Now, as you can see here, some of these grades are in an A+ to E- scale, and some of them are numeric. So what I'd like to do is get them all to show in the scale, so A+ to E-. To do that, we're going to go into the categories and items view and make a change there. You can do that from the drop-down menu if that's what you're viewing, or the tabs. You might be seeing one or other of these, or you might be seeing both, as I am, depending on how your administrator has set it up. So I've gone into categories and items. Now it's the Vikings quiz that I'm interested in, so I'm going to click on the edit button for that one. And then I'm going to scroll down a little bit and show more. And the grade display type is what I'm interested in. Now I'd like that to show as a letter. So I'm going to choose letter from the available choices and save my changes. Now I'll go back and view my grader report. In fact, it's the user report I want to see, and in particular I want to see Sam student. Now you can see that's changed to a letter. Notice that it's an A though. When he got 100%, or he got 10 out of 10, he got an A. A lot of people would say that's probably an A+, and I'll show you how you can change that as well. What we need to do is go into letters. Right, these are letters as distinct from scales. We use scales to grade things, but we can display scales for some items, or items that are gradable on a scale of A+ to E-, but things like a quiz that are actually numeric in nature, we can display as a letter rather than a scale. I hope that's clear. But as you can see here, the letter cutoffs are set, that there is a default cutoff for each level, and A is our top level and it goes 93% to 100%, but we can change that. We can click on edit the grade letters, and then override the site defaults. I'm going to make that A+, and you can change the grade boundaries as well if you like. I might leave that as it is, but that A- is going to become an A, and I'd say anything from, well, let's say 88% to 93. This will become my A-. I won't go through them all on the video, I'll do them offline and come back. So I've now edited all the grade letters and saved them, as you can see here. Now I'm going to go back to view and view the user report and see Sam student, and hopefully he's gone up to an A+ now. There he is, he's got his A+. Now we can use the same technique on these grades and this course total. So again, off to categories and items. And simple view is fine. Going to click here on peer assessed essay. This is a workshop activity. Not many people have used those, but they're very good for if you want to use peer assessment to get students used to how they're being assessed. So we'll show more. Grade display type is going to be letter, and save. And I'll go ahead and do the next one. There's two parts to that peer assessed submission, or one's for the submission and one's a grade they get for their assessment. Show more. Grade display type to letter, and save. And finally do the same thing on the course total. Course total is found up the top under history. Click on the edit button there. And same thing again, down to show more. Grade display type will be letter, and save. One other thing I will point out while I'm here is this aggregation technique of a simple weighted mean of grades. Now, for time reasons, I won't go through the explanation of exactly what that means in this video, but suffice to say that it can be a little bit dangerous if you're expecting the total to be an average of all of these things. Right? The things that have got higher numbers will actually end up with higher weightings. So an A plus will be a 15 compared to that 80 as an example. So if you just make it a mean of grades without any weighting, which is pretty much what we do here in Queensland at least, then save your changes, then you're going to get a more accurate picture. Alright, let's go back to view. In the user report we'll choose Sam Student. And now you can see all of his grades are showing as letters or scales, which look the same at this point. And the course total is also coming up as a letter. Okay, so that's it for this video. You've seen how to change your numbers to letters or scales so that they will display in the way that you want them to do.